It is Flashback Full Circle Friday here at Occupy Democrats, and in this breaking story, let's be clear about one thing Donald Trump is just absolutely awful at, and that is playing cards. If Donald Trump were a poker player, he would lose every dime he ever had because of his obvious tells. Because in this breaking story, you know he's about to absolutely lie to your face when he says, "a lot of people," or "I haven't thought about it." Something that sounds like this when someone asks him a question about pardoning Diddy. This.
Back when you hosted The Apprentice, you mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening. And I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage.
Or when Donald, of course, commonly claims that he knows everything about everything, except for when it's something that he wants to either change the subject on or avoid. Like when being asked about why Jeffrey Epstein's case matters. This.
I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff.
Except for the fact, Donald, that, oh, yeah, you kind of have a long history with that guy. All of this.
And distancing himself, as the president's been doing for years.
I had a falling out with him a long time ago.
In the Oval Office, making clear his feelings on Epstein at that point.
I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years. I wasn't a fan.
We do know the two did have a relationship. The president acknowledging both men crossed paths in Palm Beach back in the 90s. NBC News archival video from 1992 shows the president with Epstein at a Mar-a-Lago party alongside cheerleaders for the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Greeting guests, including Epstein.
Come on in. Go inside.
The two chatting and gesturing to those in front of them. At one point, it appears Mr. Trump leans over and tells Epstein she's hot. The video, taken more than a decade before Epstein's plea deal, which made him register as a offender in Florida. Between 1993 and 1997, flight logs, released in the trial of Epstein's now convicted associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, show Mr. Trump flew on Epstein's plane multiple times. In 2002, Mr. Trump told New York Magazine, "I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with." Adding, "It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side." Epstein claiming to author Michael Wolff in 2017 that the two men were at one time very close.
And of course, in this breaking story, when he starts referencing someone could have or someone might have or a lot of people said, and then flips and changes the subject like this.
Did not write a letter for Jeffrey Epstein's birthday.
I don't even know what they're talking about. Now, somebody could have written a letter and used my name, but that's happened a lot. All you have to do is take a look at the dossier, the fake dossier. Everything's fake with that administration. Everything's fake with the Democrats. Take a look at what they just found about the dossier. Everything is fake. They're a bunch of sick people.
Because in this breaking story, when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein and how he's going to slither his way out of responsibility for the files, it's going to be directly related to Ghislaine Maxwell while she sits in prison and what he certainly is willing to do for her. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So when someone asks, have you thought about pardoning her? And in this breaking story, Donald Trump says this.
Would you consider a pardon or a commutation for Ghislaine Maxwell if
It's something I haven't thought about. It's really something. It's something I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about.
But you wouldn't rule it out, sir?
Oh, he hasn't just thought about it. He's sitting there scheming and planning and has been for months, probably years, going all the way back to Pam Bondi, who was the Attorney General of Florida at the time the case went down, not to mention the completely sweet deal that Alex Acosta gave Epstein and Alex Acosta's appointment in the White House now. Guys, you're literally not even watching a shell game. You're watching folks play very, very, very basic, straightforward chess. And all of it is designed, as it commonly is in the way-up elite land, but on a slightly rare occasion, at this level, this often, in the presidency, the White House of the United States of America. But Donald Trump doesn't care. Pardoning? Oh, yeah. He'll get her to say anything, deny anything, corroborate nothing, and just say, oh, yeah, they were great friends. He was around all the time. They had a blast. And I never saw Donald do anything. Trust me, that testimony, despite what she said she wants to spill, that testimony's coming if she wants to spend the rest of her life not behind bars. And Donald Trump is very, very well aware of it and has long since planned it. But somebody could have, and maybe. Yeah, it's all BS. And sadly for us, we will never know until he's long gone. You guys have a great weekend. Stay frosty.